There's Jack, and we're back. Oh, it has a ring to it. Hey guys, JS and Jack here. Jack was texting me the other day. He was like, JS, we got some guns. Let's go shoot it. He goes, I'm shooting my, what'd you say, Israeli stuff. And then you had some stuff. You're like, hey, let's go kind of Far East Asia. So with you today is a, what do you got there?
Type 14 Nambu. And this very nice condition holster is obviously not original, it's a reproduction. It's too new to be an original. All the originals are cracked or broken along here, but the biggest difference between this and the original is they did a much better job of stitching the originals.
Oh, where'd you get this made? Or
It came with the gun.
okay, that is so cool that you got a custom fit for it. All right.
Well, that's a reproduction of an original holster. That's what they look like. Okay. Now, this gun has been reblued at some point in its life. It looks a little old, but if you see one that's not been reblued, all the edges are on this one are a little more rounded. All the markings are not quite as crisp, and this one is missing its lanyard ring right there. You can see the two studs where it was. This is a safety switch. One of the design flaws of this gun is that you can't reach that safety switch except with the other hand.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's a good looking gun.
Yeah. The markings on the other side. By the way, the Type 14, the numbers in Japanese guns come from the year of the emperor's reign. So this was accepted in the 14th year of, I can't remember the emperor's reign, but it was the emperor prior to Hirohito. It was prior to the Showa. 1925 was the 14th year of his reign. So the gun was approved in 1925. This is the date right here. It was made in the 4th year of the Showa reign, which would be 26 plus 4. So this gun would have been made in November of 1930.
Wow.
That's the 4-digit serial number. That symbol right there, picture a stack of 4 cannonballs looking at it from above. That's what that marking indicates. The gun was made in the Tokyo Nagura Arsenal. There's a great website, Nambu World, which will tell you everything you need to know about Nambu guns. It turns out the most knowledgeable expert on Nambu guns in the world is a retired female college professor in Canada. And her name is Terry, and Nambu World is her website.
Wow.
And everything you want to know about Nambus is on that website, and anything that conflicts with what's on that website is probably wrong. This is an early gun.
So she's the authority.
She absolutely is.
Yeah. Was Nambu made by Nambu? Is that the guy's name?
That's the guy's name. His first name starts with a K. I can't remember what it is. But that man's been referred to as the Japanese John Moses Browning. Okay.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, he's the nearest thing to John Moses Browning the Japanese could come up with.
Yeah. For them.
This is an early gun.
That just means this thing better be reliable.
No comment.
We're about to find out.
Oh, we'll put 8 rounds through it. We'll get at least 2 malfunctions.
Okay.
That's my prediction. This is an early gun made in the fourth year of production. If you look at the Nambu World website, you'll see pictures of later guns. As it went on, they put fewer serration on the wood on the side, and the later guns have a extended loop on the trigger guard right there. Okay, and let's see if I...
So you can put a glove in it or something, gloved hand?
Yes. Now, I'm gonna... Hand me the camera and let me get a shot of you dry firing the gun.
Okay.
Okay?
Sweet.
Try that trigger and tell me what you think.
Okay. It's a cool looking gun though. I'm just admiring it for a minute.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
That felt really nice.
Now you know why they needed a bigger trigger guard. when they started fighting in Manchuria where it was cold.
Oh.
Can you put a gloved finger in there without pulling the trigger?
No, it's going to instantly go off. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, it felt like a 3-pound or a 2.5-pound trigger pull to me.
That's
And it was
about
so
right.
smooth with no wall. That's how it felt.
And they are all like that. This is the only Type 14 Nambu I ever owned. I've pulled the trigger on 2 or 3 more, and people that have pulled the trigger on a lot more than that tell me that they are all like that.
It feels good in the hand.
Yeah.
As much as I feel like I need to have my 1911 in my hand. It feels good.
Yeah, you have to drop the mag to release there's no slide release. You have now that the mag release is right there.
Okay.
Yeah, it won't fire on an empty mag, and it locks open on an empty mag.
It feels very, very durable.
Yeah. The Japanese did not have a whole lot of handguns. I believe that Japanese officers were expected to buy their own handguns, and I understand the Nambu guns were more expensive than foreign guns, so a lot of officers bought German guns, and earlier in the 30s, before the war started, they bought American guns. So a Japanese officer could carry whatever handgun he wanted to, and these were more expensive and not as well thought of as the foreign-made guns. Oddly enough, the Japanese issued far more swords than they did handguns. NCOs and officers all had swords, and they issued many times more swords than they did handguns.
Wow, I wish you could. What does that mean? Are you able to translate it or anything?
No, pretty sure that that got it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have looked up what some of these mean. The 2 markings forward by the safety, that's fire and safe.
Yeah, and these little guys in here, these are probably like proof marks or something.
Yeah.
You know, factory, who knows?
I think the 4 characters up there
These.
say, yeah, that's identifies the gun, Nambu or Type 14 Nambu.
Wow. All right. Well, tell me about ammo.
Ammo
Yeah.
is really, really hard to find.
Uh-huh.
Nobody makes it anymore. My personal opinion on why nobody makes it anymore is these guns malfunction often enough that people blame it on the ammo, and nobody wants to make the ammo that people are going to complain about. This made several decades ago. I found this on Gunbroker.
Uh-huh.
It's 50 rounds, and I paid, that's the vendor on Gunbroker.
Ammo?
I found it, Ammo Oki. Yeah.
Okay. It's kind of cool that it's 8mm.
Yeah, it's 8mm, and it's slightly bottleneck round.
Oops. Wow. Let's look at so 9mm, or 9mm. You can tell I've been institutionalized. 8mm Nambu.
Now you can find, I paid for this box, it comes out to $3 a round. You can find Japanese military Nambu ammo if you look around for it, but it's more expensive than this is. I'm not sure it's something you'd want to fire.
Yeah.
I would guess that if you found some World War II era Japanese ammunition that had been stored properly, it would probably function better than this does.
It'd probably be a collector's item, though. You wouldn't want to shoot that up.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Now, you did fire a couple of these, right, Jack?
Yeah, I've got about 7 rounds through the gun, spent round right there.
Mm.
And when we shoot it today, we want to catch all the brass.
Are you going to reload it, or you just want to keep it?
Eventually, I'll reload it. I don't reload now. I think reloading is the only way to assure yourself of a supply of
ammo.
Yeah, and you can get the brass.
Oh, okay.
The empty brass with no primer, though, is about $1.50 a piece.
Oh, I see.
From places where you can get it.
That's a beautiful box. Mount Fuji right there in the background.
Yep.
I was stationed out there. I used to see it off in the distance.
Really?
Yeah. In Yokosuka, you could kind of see it. It's kind of interesting. It doesn't have the date out. Oh, it's pretty much right there, whatever that means.
Maybe that's a lot number. I don't know.
Yeah. Cool. Actually, I heard Military Arms Channel say that it's not good to dry fire this a lot. So thank you. They were saying that the Striker is can break a lot.
They can, and it's a very long. Well, it's the firing pin that breaks. And it's,
Firing pin. Yeah.
Yeah, and the firing pin's about that long, and it has a thin spot, and that's typically where they break.
And then you mentioned something like that they used to the folks that get them, they would carry an extra one in this. So if this is period correct or fashioned,
that's an exact reproduction of the original.
So do you see a little pocket for one?
For what?
Where you would keep an extra firing pin?
Yeah, it's right there.
There you go. There it is.
Yeah, your ammo pouch and your extra firing pin.
Cool.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's where you carry the extra firing pin.
Oh wow.
That little slide, because it's actually too long to go in there.
I wonder what's that? Some type of breakdown tool or something? Who knows?
Actually, I don't know.
If you know, comment. Put it in the.
Or look it up on Nambu World, because I bet you it's there.
Okay.
Everything you want to know about these guns is on the Nambu World website.
Awesome, beautiful holster. How much was this gun? Did you say?
No, I didn't. This you can get. There's a wide range. You can probably get a gun this quality for around $500.
Oh, okay.
If you get an original with nice bluing, it's going to be over twice that.
Ah.
So it's all about condition on these guns.
Right on.
And like I said, this one's been reblued, and it's missing the lanyard loop. All the edges and markings are not as crisp as they would be on an original finished gun. But the stock is probably original the grips are probably original.
How much are these? How difficult is it to find like a spare magazine?
I don't know, because as expensive as the ammo is, I'm not loading a second mag. Okay?
Yeah.
But that's an original mag. It's not numbers matching to this gun. Things like that are what determine the value, and this is if you had a numbers matching gun with...
I had no idea that these were they were attempt to just number match a gun to a mag.
Well, when they left the factory, they matched.
Wow, so this is 285N, and that's, yeah. Wow.
And that looks awfully good to be an original.
Yeah, it does.
But I can't say that it is or isn't, but that's in really nice shape to be an original.
I think so.
That right there makes it easier to drop the rounds in there.
Yeah. I heard they make aftermarket springs for these too, like Wolf makes Nambu kits if you're having issues, I guess.
Yeah.
Right on. All right, let's take it to the range.
I'll shoot at the top one.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Whatever you want. I'm just happy to be able to shoot the Nambu. I like saying the word Nambu. Nambu! Can't tell if that's a sushi bowl or a, lunch special. Take the Nambu, please.
You just screw that all the way out.
Yeah,
Ready?
Yep.
Shooting the Type 14.
So if this thing jams up, let's just keep it pointed in the safe direction.
Oh yeah.
As always.
Very sensitive trigger, so you definitely want to. I wasn't even ready.
Really?
That's how touchy that trigger is. I wasn't even on target.
It looked good.
All right. It didn't quite go back in. See that? Mm-hmm. Dead trigger. But it hasn't stovepiped yet. I wasn't ready for that one either. The trigger is so light.
Man, she shoots good.
It does. I did not shoot well for 3 of those. 2 of them were a complete surprise.
Hey, you killed the bad guy. So what was the recoil like? How did it feel?
It doesn't feel much different from like a 9mm.
Okay. I can only afford to shoot 2, Jack, so.
If you're buying lunch, you can shoot 4. How's that?
Okay. Well, because if you keep loading up, it goes from hamburger combo to like lobster to.
Well, see, we're at Panera right now. We went past Burger King. Now we're at Panera.
All right, I'm good with that. I'm comfortable with that.
If you want to load some more, go up the street a little more.
Then it'll be a steak dinner and a surfing turf.
Yeah, and otherwise, I think we're at the lobster.
Oh, good Lord. This is going to be cool. Can't wait.
There you go. That's all it is.
Okay.
It didn't cycle all the way back in.
Gotcha. Keep her running. I took my finger. I wasn't focused. What a great shooting
The
gun.
last time I shot it, I did as well as you did.
Oh my God.
For some reason, I just wasn't ready for it.
I could feel these. These were dead on.
Yeah.
And then this one, I kind of just chunked it. I knew I threw that shot, but this, dude, that's great.
You're ready for it to go off. It's that accurate.
Yeah. Well, I had the heads up. I knew it
Yeah.
from you watching you shoot. Dude, I really like this, Jack. It's cool.
I know, man. It's a
But
shame. It's a shame the ammo's so expensive.
Dude, it ain't $100 box of ammo cool.
Yeah.
But
I want to tell you what. I showed this to Brian one day.
yeah.
And he didn't fire it, but I actually showed it.
What did he say?
Well, he held it and he went to dry fire it. You know, and he pulls the trigger. So he holds it and he drops it and goes, ooh.
Exactly.
And then he goes, I want to get a red dot for one of these. Take it to Camp Perry.
Dude, you could. No trigger job required on this thing. I'm telling you guys.
They're all like that.
Look, any bullseye advanced marksmanship shooter is going to appreciate the feel of that gun.
Yeah.
The sights are good. The sights
Yeah.
are simple. Hold it out there.
It's a pyramid sight. You know, the rear sight is slanted like a pyramid. I can't hold it still enough for you to get it, I don't think. But
Yeah, dude, Jack, that's a special gun. I really like it.
it is. It is, and I'm kind of glad that I got a low end one.
Yeah,
Because it's totally functional and it's fun. Yeah, I'm not afraid to shoot it.
yeah. Now this is just Japanese and Chinese day. We're gonna do other countries in the future, guys. So don't be hating on us for not whipping out our 1911s here and heaping praises.
Next time, Tokarev Day. I'll bring Tokarevs from 3 different countries.
Okay.
Try that. Those are fun.
Did you say where you bought that gun?
I actually found this in the gun library at Cabela's in Fort Mill,
Really?
back in the corner. Yeah,
How much did you purchase it for? You said 500?
it was less than that. It was a little bit less than that. They had a coupon off special.
Yeah.
I think out the door was $4.50 plus tax.
Now, we had 2 instances where the slide didn't totally reset,
Right.
but these other guys were having double feeds and all this stuff. We had no problem shooting
But
8
yeah,
rounds.
I'm really surprised that it cycled without a double feed or a stovepipe.
I think you got a good one here, Jack. Well, thanks a lot. Thanks for good shooting today. Sweet.
If these guns could talk,
Yeah,
you know, where has this gun been since it left the factory in 1930?
amazing.
Um,
I tell you what, we had a fantastic day. Shooting this stuff is just amazing. History, maybe even lost to history. If you folks don't bring these guns out, we won't ever have an opportunity to appreciate them, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. But, if I'm not mistaken, there's no import mark anywhere on this gun. So at some point in its life, this gun may have come back from World War II.
That's
with
what
a
I was
GI.
thinking you were going. Yeah. Somebody's granddad brought that back.
And somewhere along the line, it was reblued, but this gun was carried by a Japanese soldier somewhere.
Yeah.
Wish it could talk, tell us where it's been.
I know. Hopefully it didn't shoot any Americans. So, this is JS. Jack, we're out of here.